Hello all, just showing you today how to press flowers at home. This is a traditional flower press that is got these kind of wooden boards, and you take off the layers and there's cardboard inside, but you don't need one of those. I'm going to show you how to do it with stuff that most of you will have at home. Let me just show you a pressed flower first so you can see what it is we're going to be attempting to make today. So this is a pressed buttercup. This is something buttercups I found out on my walk. So it's flat as a pancake. So this has been pressed for about 3 or 4 days using the method I'm going to show you. So these can then be used in cards, to decorate things, in all sorts of different art pieces. So all you need is a chunky book. I'm using a cookery book. You need to go on a walk and find some gorgeous foraged bits and pieces. I've got cow parsley here, I've got buttercups, I've got some blossom of something, I don't know what it is called. Then I think this is campion, which is, I think, a weed. You might have seen these tiny little purple flowers out and about on your walks. I've seen a lot of them. I really like the shape of the leaves with this one. And I've got some other random leaves that I grabbed on my walk. So you need some foraged leaves and flowers, a heavy chunky book, some kitchen roll. You can also, if you don't have kitchen roll, you can use blue paper, which obviously is a bit of a precious commodity, but you can use that if you don't have kitchen roll. And an optional extra is I've got some brown paper that I've just had from an online order, so I'm going to be using some of that up today. And what we'll be doing is layering paper, sandwiches of paper and leaves and flowers to press, and they will stay there for a good few days. So first thing you need to do is prepare your flowers and leaves. Now I've already cut some of these. Sometimes they have sort of dust and leaves and stuff in, so you might just want to dry them off or dust them off. And I'm going to experiment by attempting to do some cow parsley. I think it's probably too delicate because the flowers are so tiny, can't see. But what I do know works very well are the buttercups, which I showed you. So just going to get them out of my vase. And there are different ways you can do this. You can either just cut it at the stem and keep the stem, or you can also cut the stem off and just literally have the flower head and press the flower head. Now, I know those work well. I know that the leaves should work well, but these two are going to be in my experiments. So I always like to experiment with some things that I don't necessarily know if they're going to work or not. So I've got these buds. Often when things are a bit big, they don't dry off so well. They're sort of a bit chunky. I'll try it. And the cow parsley is very delicate. So one thing I experimented the first time is trying it with the purple flowers of this. But I'll give that a go as well. Alright, so I've got my bits ready. Oh, there's loads of dandelion bits on there, so I'll just pull those away. Then, let's move those to one side. Get your book ready. Don't open right at the beginning. Give it a good few pages. And now I'm just going to alternate with brown paper, at least 2 layers. So if you don't have brown paper, you could just have 2 layers of the tissue paper, or 2 layers of kitchen roll. And then now it's a matter of laying them face down on your kitchen roll. Here we go. Super delicate. Sometimes I press with a fold in the leaves or fold in the flower, but often that can come out, you know, it still looks really lovely once they've dried. So I'm making sure that there are no overlaps. So sometimes it takes a bit of rearranging just to make sure that the leaves and the stalks aren't on top of each other. See if I can fit these in. And I just want to make sure that I'm not going over the edge of the book, so that was a bit close there. So there we go, because it needs to be pressed nicely. That's about enough, I reckon. So once you've got your first layer down, you want to just put another sandwich of kitchen roll, and then final layer of, I've got my brown paper, but it might be something else that you've got. And I've got my hand just holding it all steady and close. And that's as simple as that. You then can leave this. You can do a couple more if you want, and a few more pages along. So I tend to do max 3 per book, but and then you just layer up. I've got some very heavy books here. And just leave it for a few days with the weight pressing on top of these. If you don't have books, you could put something else that's heavy. I've actually got hand weight here, like a dumbbell, and I've had mine, a dumbbell sat on top of mine for a couple of days. And that seemed to work quite well. So give it a go, just to remind, these are actually some that I haven't looked at yet. So these are some I did about 3 or 4 days ago. It's always very exciting to have a look at what has worked and what hasn't worked. So this is the Campion. Oh, it has worked. See how flat it is? Super delicate, super thin. So I'm going to leave those for another few days, because actually I think what they need is about a week. At least a week, even a couple of weeks is good. I've got 3 loads in here. And that's it. Have a go. I'd love to see what you make. Good luck. Bye.